Awesome. I'm excited because you're about to make the right decision. My name is Tobi Asehinde. I'm the founder of Digital Marketing Skill Institute, and today I'm here with one of my team members, Ralph, and we're going to be walking you through the reasons why this is the best decision you're about to make. And I'm sure you're ready. For you to get on this page, it means that your mind is already made up. But we're going to break down some questions to give you a bit of more clarity and to help you make the best decision of the course that you want. Because you understand that investing in a digital marketing course sometimes could be a very tough decision, and I want to help you to ensure that you're making the best and the only decision to be part of our next training. Okay, so Ralph, where do we start from?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tobi. Right. All right. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, right? And I hope that you get to clarify things out there for everybody. So,
all right.
So first of all, I would like to know. So most people, right, when they call in, right, and or maybe they're trying to make this decision, they're asking this question like, is this course actually for me? So what do you have to say about that?
For me, I feel it's a good question, because if I was in their shoes also, I would want to know if it's for me. I mean, so I think the most important thing to first of all get out of the way is the fact that anybody can learn digital marketing.
Okay.
You don't need any prior knowledge. We have medical doctors becoming digital marketers. We have bankers becoming digital marketers. We have accountants becoming digital marketers, right? But the most important thing that you must have is that you must have good computer skills. So it means you must be able to use the computer. You must not be afraid to open a browser, to edit, or to click full stop, or to click cancel. You must know how to upload on your computer and things like that. So you must be able to use the computer properly. Once you can do that, you can actually learn digital marketing, right?
Okay.
Now, but in terms of answering that question a bit more in depth, right? Our digital marketing course is for people business owners that are looking for how to increase their sales, make more sales for their business. And that means that, or people that have tried digital marketing, it didn't work out for them, and they're looking for a place where they practice digital marketing and they know exactly what they're doing,
okay,
right? Then then our course is best suited for them, because our course shares strategies right from the beginning to the end. You get to do things like understanding who your customers are, how to target them properly, what the right offers to give to them so they can convert into sales and things like that. So business owners that are looking to grow their sales, our course is for them, right? Mm-hmm. Now for career people, a lot of business owners attend our course just to have the knowledge, right? So that they can be able to know how to work with their in-house digital marketers. I remember one CEO, a owner of a multinational business, one time attended our course, and while he was there, he was as they were teaching, he was sending text message to his staff, asking them, "Oh, do we have this? Can I see this?" and things like that. So some business owners that tend to just have that knowledge, right, so that they can be able to work well and be able to understand what to expect from their digital marketer, right? Mm-hmm. But in most cases, they are not looking to do it themselves. So they're looking to hire people that can do all these things for them, okay, right? And that's where the opportunity comes for career people, because you can easily get a job if you have digital marketing skills, because there's a lot of vacancies in the digital marketing industry, right? And the fact that you can even work in multiple roles. So digital marketing is like an umbrella for a lot of other subsets digital marketing channels, okay, or strategies. So you have email marketing, you have social media, you have content marketing, you have SEO and things like that. And each of these in its own are job roles, right, in some organizations. So some organizations don't just put it into an umbrella and hire you as a digital marketer, they hire you as a content marketer, they hire you as a social media marketer, paid advertising. And if you go online and go and search for those kind of jobs, you see tons of those kind of jobs online that are looking to hire people. And internationally, it's even a lot more, right? Globally, it's a lot more, right? A lot of people are looking for people that have digital marketing skills, right? And this forms a career path for people, right? Even though business owners are looking to hire certain people, right? They're looking to hire certain people for full-time, and they're also looking to outsource some of those services out. Mm. And that takes me to the third part, the fact that you can actually learn this skill and be able to make money from that skill, because the logic of making money is basically you get paid to solve a problem, right? And as far as you can solve a problem, it becomes a lot much easier, right? So you learning digital marketing means you can solve one of the fundamental problems that companies have, which is the fact that you can easily help them to get more customers. A lot of businesses are looking for ways on how to get customers, and because you have the skill, the digital marketing skill, and not just digital marketing skill, you have the right digital marketing skill, right? Then you can easily, companies would hire you, right, and pay you on a freelance basis. You don't have to work with them full time. And the good thing about the third option also is the fact that it's almost like they're paying you salary, but you are probably in the Bahamas just doing their work 2 hours and going back to sleep.
Exactly.
Right? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you can easily get clients that you are managing social media for. You spend 2 hours on a daily basis. I mean, one of our recent students that just graduated, that came, I think sometimes last week, she did mention the fact that she got a client that she's doing the whole social media for, and she's being paid remotely 250,000 naira thereabout, right? Okay. I think that comes to about about $400, right? And that she's able to do it remotely and
from her home.
From her home, yeah. So you have the two options of either going on a full-time role or working as a freelancer or starting a business and formulating a business, hiring people and getting them to do digital marketing service and going out there and getting clients. And obviously, because you're learning the skill that would help you get customers, it will be easier for you to get customers to help you. And I mean, a very simple logic is if you want to make 1.5 million, right? Or let me make it a bit more. Yeah, if you want to make 1.8 million, which is about $5,000, right? Okay. It means you can easily find someone that would, you can easily say, for example, if I'm going to focus on building websites, for example, I can build website for each of my websites. I can charge $500 for it, right? So that's 180,000 naira, right? And if I get 10 people paying me that amount of money to build website for them, then automatically I've made my 1.8 million, right? And the good thing is that you're learning the skill that would help you to be able to get those people, right? So it's a perfect step. But what do you think about that?
I'm actually thrown off already because this is a very, perfect one, right? I like the fact that you can actually do digital marketing from anywhere, right? Most people right now, they don't want to, focus on 9 to 5, go through stress and all that, right? They want to work from home, and not just working from home for peanuts, right? They actually earn what they deserve, right? Do you understand? While doing what they like doing. Like, for instance, being a social media manager, right, is actually very brilliant, right? All right, so there's this aspect of digital marketing, right, that people talk about. That's e-commerce and also affiliate marketing. Can you tell us more about it?
So the good thing about our course is the fact that we don't just teach you the skill, right? We also show you how to monetize the skill. So as part of the course, you're going to be learning about YouTube, how to start YouTube and how to make money from YouTube. Okay. You will learn how to run ads on YouTube, right? So a lot of people hear about making money on YouTube and the likes, right? Our course actually shows you how to do that. You're also going to learn how to do affiliate marketing. So what's affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing basically is affiliate marketing is basically promoting another person's product or service, right, and earning a commission from it. So some business owners have this really good product and they're looking for people that can promote it for them, and every time you sell, they get you earn a commission from it. So we're going to show you how to do affiliate marketing. In digital marketing, affiliate marketing is a bit different, not just the normal referral. You actually promote a link, right? And if you promote it very well, you can easily make a lot of money. Now, if you ask me what I like most about how we teach affiliate marketing in DMSI is the fact that we teach you the affiliate marketing where you earn continuously recurring, right? Okay. Right. In fact, most times we even show them some of the accounts that we've been running for like 2 years that we've stopped promoting, but we are still earning money from it, right? Wow. So because you can easily, most of the tools that we advise our students to promote are tools that will pay you, that business owners or people have to use on a monthly basis, right? And for every month that they use it, right, you get paid.
You commission for
money. So basically, not just when they use it, but when they pay for the subscription to use it, then you earn money for it on a regular basis. Now, you said something earlier. You talked about e-commerce, right? Mm-hmm. Now, our course will teach you how to build a website, how to build an e-commerce website where you can sell e-commerce stuff. Okay. You would also learn the ingredients. So for you to make e-commerce successful, it means that you must have a sales funnel. And you're going to learn that in our digital marketing course. You must be able to drive traffic. You're going to learn that in the course, how to drive effective traffic, how to target the right set of people, how to get them to your website to buy from you, and all. So you're going to learn all those things in the course, right, that would make an e-commerce platform successful, right? What we don't cover in terms of e-commerce is the logistic aspect, but the aspect of you having to build an e-commerce website, to promote that website, and to get people to actually buy from you, that you're going to get from the course. The same thing with mini importation and drop shipping. What's mini importation? Mini importation is basically making a small order. So importation is still importation, right? But this one is just that it's mini. So you find a product that people need in China or any country that has that makes certain products at a very, very low price, right? And you buy a small portion of it, and then you import it to Nigeria, and then you sell it online, right? So now our course teaches you how to sell those products, right? How to sell it effectively and things like that. In fact, one of our students sells about 100 to 150 products on a daily basis, right? Wow. Just from what he or she has learned from the course, right? So we have those what they call it. So we teach you on how to promote those particular things, right? And then dropshipping is even more fantastic, because dropshipping, in most cases, you don't even have to buy dropshipping products from international markets. All right, you can buy it from your own market. So let's say, for example, you're in Ghana or you're in Nigeria. There's an e-commerce website. You build your own e-commerce website. You put their products on your website. You put your margins on it. When someone buys from you, you go and order from that website, and then that website delivers directly to that person, right? Because typically, because we are in a developing Africa, most importantly, this works a lot very well for African markets, right? Because African market is still a developing market, and a lot of people will prefer other people to help them to order certain things as regards them doing it themselves, like as regards to more developed countries where people can easily go online. But you'll be surprised, because the concept of dropshipping actually came from the developing countries, right? But it's just done differently, because they have you build the website, people go there and then they buy. But this, you can act as agent for people. You get paid to buy things for them. You go buy it and then you give it to them. So basically you have that, and a lot of other things also. I mean, being an influencer, a micro influencer, is something that we do, that you learn also. We have a student that's been able to grow a community of over 11,000 small business owners, and recently, she bought a car as a result of the community that she has built. So people pay her to advertise. She even took people to Dubai as a result of that. And you also have we also have someone else, also mompreneur, the other one, right? Who is running a community of she's an influencer for mothers that have babies and entrepreneurs. And she's built a very successful community as well. She also gets paid, right, for people to promote their products, and most of this
on the community,
to get to the community members. So basically, companies come to her and say, oh yeah, take 100,000, 150. Can you just do a small shout out about our brand, and then people pay, because she's been able to build a social media presence, a community of people that are willing and are always looking forward to hearing from her. So there's a lot more that you can do, like basically anything that has to do with online, right? That has to do with you getting customers and things like this. Our digital marketing course shows you exactly what needs to be done in order to be able to get the customers. And that's why we tell people that once you are ready to put in the effort, right, and you're ready to do what it takes, right, then you'll be good.
Okay, so I'm just thinking about this, right, and it makes so much sense, right? And so there's this part you said, for dropshipping business, right, e-commerce business, you don't just show people. So most people, right, they just go and post their products on Facebook, or maybe put it on WhatsApp status, and they call it marketing, right? But here, I believe that digital marketing, right, you can use the right platform. Just like let's say, for instance, you're running ads, right? You're running Google ads, Facebook ads that would reach your target audience, right? So that makes it more brilliant, right? Because you're not limiting yourself just to WhatsApp status, right? So
yeah, I mean, most people that do that, they're not doing the business for the long term. That's what I tell people, right? And if you're a business person and you're not ready to invest into marketing, into advertising, then you're probably not in business. Because for you to be in business, you must be willing to put in money into advertising, because one way or the other, the money is going to come back to you. When you don't spend the money on what would make the money come back, then at the end of the day you will spend the money on things that will not make the money come back. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So for me, I mean, a very simple thing is, if I want to buy something, for example, let's say I want to buy a laptop, right? And I have, let's say for example, 70,000 naira as a small business person, or $200 as it were, right? I would first of all, I would look for how to spend that money in something that would bring like $140,000, $400 or thereabout, multiple of it, and then I can now take part of it and then use it to buy this. So, but if I keep the 7,000 I have right now, I will end up spending it on something else that would not bring the money back to me.
Okay, that was very nice.
Yeah,
that's very cool. All right, so another area, right, that I would want to, I would like you to actually talk about is that, okay, people ask this question, right? Can I really make money from it? I know you've said a lot of, how to make money from digital marketing, but can you, pay more attention to this area and then let us know how you can actually make money from it?
Okay, so
if it's possible.
It's a very, very easy thing, right? Let's think about it logically. So I'm going to take it from 3 angles.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to take it from a business owner, I'm going to take it from a career person, and I'm going to take it for someone that just want to make money online, right?
Okay.
Right. So from the business owner, just think about it. You're making sales today because of the people that know about your brand. Right? Mm-hmm. So people that know about your brand are coming to you, and as a result of that, they might be referring other people to you. Now, just imagine if you have a platform where you can reach a lot more people, right, for them to know about your brand in a very cost-effective manner. To get a billboard will probably cost you tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of naira or dollars, right? But for you to advertise online, right, you can start with even as low as $5, 1,000 naira there, right, and get across to quite a couple of people, right? So the more you spend, basically, the more you get to more people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the idea is that if more people know about your brand, the more of the right kind of people know about your brand, then it becomes easy. And a lot of people will ask that, okay, so are you so sure my audience is online, right? The truth of the matter is that, we have devices, we have laptops that we use on a regular basis, and we give them permission to actually track the activities that we do, right? And one interesting thing is that on Facebook, you can even target people by their geography. So you're looking for that guy that goes to the golf and plays golf, right? You can go and target the golf location and tell Facebook, show my advert anytime the guy is around that location or he passes that location, right? And so you can easily there's so many ways that a lot of people don't know, and we expose people to those strategies in our training, right? On how you can get the right set of customers. And imagine if you can so you have this customer that just bought from you. Imagine you can get to 10,000 of that same customer online by just defining the characteristics of that particular customer. So when people say in business, am I really going to make money? Right, it's a lot very, very easy, because I'm looking for a customer, right? I have this customer. I just need to define who exactly he is, what he does online, and things like that, and then take it online, advertise, and my advert to show to more of this kind of person, and then I can get like 10, 20, 50 of this kind of person to buy from me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
And that automatically means sales.
Yeah, that automatically makes sales, and that automatically means that you're making money. So the question of making money as a business person learning digital marketing is really an understatement, because the world is digital. Consumers are on digital platforms.
Wow.
In fact, the interesting statistics in Nigeria and in most countries right now is that the older versions of people, the older the executive and the CEOs and the rest of them, are more on Facebook, right? And the younger people now are more on Instagram, Twitter, and the other platforms. So it's one way or another, there's a balance of how to get to the right kind of person in any of these platforms. In fact, funny thing is, I saw an advert from what they call a mechanic, right, a car repairer, right, advertising online as well, and that just shows you that for that guy to be advertising, he must be making a killing online. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So the idea of making money online, it's what they call it, it's a done deal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right, for career, I think it's very, very straightforward. Right? It's very, very straightforward. You have this skill. Business owners are looking for the skill in order to get more customers and to drive more sales, because if they don't have customers and sales, their business would die. And it doesn't just affect them alone, it also affects their family as well, because it means they will not be able to provide for the family and things like that. So they are looking for people that they can hire, right, to be able to do these things for them. And they're looking to pay for those particular service, right? Now, as you grow in the career, the more you earn, right? So when you start, you might not earn as high as some other people. So like for example, we have students that have grown to the part where they are earning 450,000, 600K on a monthly basis, right? And internationally, they are earning as high as $80,000 and the likes, right? And so, but the most important thing is that most of what's common about these guys is that they started, they were not earning anywhere close to that, but as they grow, they started to earn as good as they want,
yeah,
right? Because the worth becomes increasing,
exactly,
and obviously, yeah. So yeah.
And so there's this also this area you talked about the first time. You said freelancers, right? They also make money from.
Oh yeah, I mean freelancer is very straightforward. Freelancers make money because at the end of the day, a very good example that I started. Let me give an example of how I started, right? So I partnered with my housemate to start an online platform. We paid this company all our savings from an internship we just concluded, right?
Okay.
And we lost all the money, right? Because we were inexperienced. The company didn't tell us exactly what we were into, what we were getting ourselves into. They didn't promote our brand very well for us. And so we lost all our money as a result of that. And then I went to, lucky enough, at the end, later that year, I went to America, right, for my brother's graduation. And I had done branded shirt, like you wearing our branded shirt. And people were asking, oh, what's this company about? And I told them, oh, it's my new startup. And they write it like that. And then they're like, okay, so can I see the website? They looked at the website and they're like, oh, can you build me a website? Because obviously they felt like I studied computer engineering.
Okay.
Right? So they felt like, oh, I knew how to build website then. But at that point, I didn't really know how to build a website. But it was going to be my final year project.
Oh.
Right? And so, I mean, in every gathering I went to, right, and I was wearing my t-shirt, I was getting at least like 4 people asking me about, oh, can you build a website for me? Eventually, I got about 2 people because I didn't really tell them I don't know how to build websites because I said I was going to figure it out, right? So at least eventually I got about 2 people that paid me about $1,005, right, to build website for them. And so when I go back to the UK, I obviously sat down and I tried to learn it. I took matters into my hand and I started learning it. But even after that, so I started learning it, and then that became something that I lived up with, and I think I ended up living off that for most of my university, my final year in the university, right? I lived up that earning, and I was making. In fact, my graduation, I did an open bar, right? What an open bar basically means is that people that you can drink as much as you want. Wow. The bill is on the house. Just something. I wouldn't advise that for anybody right now, because one thing I've learned financially is that you have to keep money. You have to grow. You have to keep money, right? You have to store money, and you have to grow it, and you have to multiply it. Right, so you have to store it until it grows into something good, and then you now have to multiply the money by investing into something good. So I wouldn't advise anybody to just do an open bar, because I learned from it. But what I'm just trying to show you is that the possibility of what you can actually do with a skill, right? So every class you learn in our digital marketing course is actually something that you can monetize. From the customer avatar, you can develop customer avatars of business owners. One of the reasons why a lot of business owners struggle to make sales is because they don't have one of the reasons why business owners struggles, right, and they don't get results from advertising online is because they don't have a well-defined customer avatar. They don't know who exactly their customer is and how to target them in the online platform, right? And so with our course, you can learn with customer avatar from the day one. You learn about customer avatar. You can actually charge people to develop a customer avatar for them, to define who your customer avatar is. You're going to learn about sales funnel. You can develop sales funnel, digital marketing strategy for people, get paid for it. You can build landing pages. You can do email, get paid to do email marketing. You can get paid for social media management. So many things you can get paid for, and it's really about how many clients you can get, right? So you determine how much you want to earn and how you want to structure your time, right? And that's the best thing. So if you're looking for how to structure, you want to structure your time. You don't want you're tired of your current job. You want to move to something that you have more freedom. You're not saying yes sir, yes ma to anybody, right? Then the agency part is a very good part for you, because you can easily get clients that would pay you. And the good thing is that these companies need majority of this service on a monthly basis, right? So they will continue to pay you.
Definitely.
Now, a lot of people don't know about even website. Website is a one-time service. but there's a maintenance part of a website where you can earn on a monthly basis consistently. And these are things that we teach our students on how to do. We give them pricing strategies, we give them template proposals to be able to kickstart their agency or freelance business. So the difference between freelance and agency, because I know a lot of people will be asking that, oh, I keep on saying agency and freelance. Right? So freelance is you being a one-man person. Agency is when you're becoming a bit more structured and you're actually hiring people to do the work for you, and while you go out and get the clients and then things like that. Yeah.
Oh, this is actually
and okay. So I forgot to also mention the other part. I mean, e-commerce platform. If you can sell, if you can get customers, right, which is the core of our digital marketing course. We don't care about likes, we don't care about followers. Those things are important in the process, right? Yeah. But we show you how to use likes and followers to get customers. So, for example, if you advertise, people are liking your post, they're commenting. Do you know that you can retarget those set of people, right? Because they've shown an initial stage of interest. Right? It's just an example of, for example, in the traditional sense of a brick and mortar store, someone comes into your store, wants to buy your product, and then walks out, and then you run to the person and give the person another offer and things like that. So you can do all those kind of things online, and those are things that we're going to show you how to accomplish.
Oh wow! If
you're going to run an e-commerce website, drop shipping, mini importation business, then it means that automatically you make money from selling your product, and knowing how to sell your product is not rocket science. You make money, right? So the question about whether you're going to make money or not is now a determining factor of how well you're willing to dedicate time to implementing what you've been taught, right? And being very, very intentional in actually doing it. So a lot of people learn email marketing, and when they want to send email newsletter, they just put 2 lines. Right? Why you have some people that are very, very very intentional about it, that when they send an email out, they get results. They follow the blueprint that we give to them in the course, and they get results. And that's why, I mean, no wonder why our students are successful, right? And lucky enough, we've been able to have students from different continents, different parts of the world as well. So I think that, I mean, the answer of whether you will make money, it's really dependent on how well you're willing to dedicate. Now, I know the question that's running in your mind is, how soon can I start making money? Right? Now, So the truth of the matter is that we have students that have started making money from the 2nd week of the course. We've had from the 3rd week. We've had people that have waited to like 6 months before they made anything from the course, right? Okay. But the truth of the matter is that the difference between every stage, right, is basically dependent on how intentional you are in the course. So you can make money as the 1st week, the 2nd week. Like I said, once you learn customer avatar, it's something you could look for business owners and tell them, oh, how's your Facebook ad going? Are you getting results from it? And the person says, no, I'm not getting results. And then what do you do? Okay, so fine. Do you know that I can help you one of the reasons why you're not getting results is because you don't have a well-defined customer avatar. And then you get them to pay you for it. I remember there's someone that, I mean, I don't know if I should mention it, but in a friendly gathering, they were sitting down and they were having some drinks, and this other guy was a business person, and he was complaining about him running Facebook and they're not getting results. And one of our students was also with them, and he said, oh, okay, but the reason why you're probably not getting results is because you don't have a customer avatar, you don't have a sales funnel. And these are some of the things you learn in the first day of the course, right? And immediately that guy signed up for him and paid him about $1,000 to develop a customer avatar and a sales funnel for his business. Yeah,
because he knows the importance of customer avatar.
Because he knows the importance of customer avatar right now. So it's not, so making money is really dependent on you, on how well you are able to dedicate to the course and how well you are able to put in the effort to get the result that you want. And by the way, our course is actually not for people that are looking for overnight success, because it took us a long time to get to where we are, and we can tell you for sure that success don't come unless you put in a bit of hard work into it. And anybody that is promising you success without doing anything at all must be a scam. So if you're looking for overnight success, you're looking for millions overnight, I would advise you that our course is not for you and you should not take it.
Okay, so Mr. Tobi, I agree with you very, very much, especially when you talked about customer avatar, because I've experienced while online, right, I see different ads, right, targeted to me that don't really make sense to me. Let's say, for instance, I mean, like diaper, right? Yeah. I'm not a woman, and I'm not married. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think it's a waste of resources, right, from the business. So if they knew or they had their customer avatar right, right? They would have done it very well to know that I'm not in their target audience, right? And they should have channeled their resources to somewhere else.
So you said something right now which reminds me of a company I consulted for that paid almost like 3.6, which is about $10,000 to run ads to an agency, and the agency came back with no result, right? And when we got in, we discovered that they were targeting the right audience. They didn't have a proper sales funnel, right? And so that did not give them any form of results.
All right, so Mr. Tobi, right? People might be asking, why is our digital marketing training quite different from every other training out there?
Okay, that's very easy because we actually practice what we preach. So everything that we teach, we actually do it, right? Down from affiliate marketing, drop shipping, e-commerce, and these are things that we have experience in, and we have actually done it for ourselves, and we've gotten results, and we've actually seen other of our students actually get results from it. And it's even very glaring from the way we market our product, right? The way we market our course in itself, right? That we have people that actually practice what we preach. Do you understand? And I think that's something that is very, very key, right? So we're not just teaching you something based on theoretical knowledge, but it's based on practical things that have worked for us. And that's the reason why we are proud to see a lot of our students that have passed our course and have been intentional in implementing what we teach them get results, right? But aside from that, right, one of the key things about our course is the fact that it's a complete course. It's a system, right? So from the course, you learn every single thing. You learn all the most important thing around digital marketing, right? And also the fact that we also give different layers of support, right? So we have the group life coaching support, so where we come online and all our students connect from different parts of the world. They get to ask questions and we get to answer their questions, right? Online, we do that twice a week at the moment, and maybe in the future we'll probably look at increasing the momentum in that to every single day, right? But at the moment we do it twice a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays, where we come online. Our students come online, they ask us questions, we answer their questions. So it's a form of coaching session that we have, right? Aside from that, we have a well-developed knowledge base where almost everything that they're going to have, almost every question they need answers to has already been pre-answered, okay, right? And they can easily sift through that and search and say, okay, so for example, I'm trying to pay on Facebook, but my payment gateway is not working. There's a solution for you there. I'm trying to run Facebook ads. What are the steps? You're going to find it in the knowledge base, right? And so we have that for our students, right? Which is one of the fantastic offer that we have for them, right? Then also we have the support we have one-on-one support, but currently that is only accessible to the people that go for the master's program. So we have two types of programs in our course. We have the professional program and the master's program. Okay. So the professional program, you have access to the group coaching, you have access to the community. So we have an online community, right, of students, both present and past students from different parts of the world that are happy to answer and to help people in different questions that they might have, right? Yeah. And then we also have, so for the master students, they have access to one-on-one support. They also have access to expert reviews, so they can basically, I run an ad, I want to have a second opinion, I need an expert to look at it. They can book a session with us, we'll look at their campaign and tell them what they've done right, what they can improve on, and they can even book follow-up sessions with us as well, right? So that's exclusively currently offered to the master's program, right? And so you have those layers of support to ensure that you are successful in everything. So both programs have those layers of support, right? And the fact that and aside from that, we have other things that we also do in our course that also helps us. For career people, we give them CV template, we prep them before they go for an interview. We also have, for agency, we give them proposal templates, we give them pricing strategies and sheets that they can use. We basically give you the resources that you actually need to actually succeed in whatever we want to give in the course, and which you would really find in other courses as well. And we have a lot of free gifts, right, that we give to our students, right, that helps them to actually be able to get the necessary support and the right knowledge that they need to get the kind of result that they want. And I think those are some of the things that actually separate us. I would advise you to take your time and go through some of those things on this page that you are on the website, because I can't say everything right now, right? But if you go through it, you'll be able to see everything properly and know exactly what you're going to get. You can see that differentiate, and you can easily compare from any other school and ask them, do you guys give this? If I come here, will you guys do this? Will you guys do that? And they will tell you right answer that you cannot find this package anywhere else, right?
All right.
Except with us in DMSI.
All right.
Because it's well thought out.
So I agree with you very well, because there are people, right? I remember that Joy Acosta specifically said that one of the convincing power, right? One of the moments that she made that decision was because she wanted to learn email marketing, right? And she admired where we send her emails, right? And it convinced her to take, right? So, and some other person said that she wanted to learn SEO. And for the fact that we are ranking
rank high on Google
above every other digital marketing training, right? Made her know that, oh, these people actually know what they do. So I mean, it's the same way for almost every other person, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not rocket science, because you really want to learn from people that actually are getting the result that you are looking to get.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not just, so it's more of like the best strategy so far in terms of getting results is to look at someone else that has follow the steps that someone else that has gotten the same result that you're looking to get has gotten, right? And that's the easiest part. That's the easiest way to success, right? And so, I mean, the fact that we do these things and we are happy to show you, we want to show you exactly, we want to open our books to you, we want to show you this exactly is how we get the result. Do this for yourself and also replicate that result as well.
All right, thank you, Mr. Tobi. Right, I'm very glad you've answered these questions. I mean, in details, right? So most people right now might be asking, oh, okay, I want to join. I mean, I've heard everything you guys have said, right? But what is the cost of not taking this training now? Like they want to procrastinate, right? So what is the cost of not taking this training now?
I like this question because, I mean, the biggest enemy to any human being is procrastination. So always wanting to move things forward and things like that, right? So the truth of the matter is that aside from the fact that we continually review our price, right, and the price might go up anytime from now, right, is the fact that you not even taking a decision is costing you more money. You're losing, right? I give you an example. For example, you're a job seeker, you're looking for a job. Take the course, and if you do what we ask you to do, and peradventure you become lucky and you're able to secure a job, right, that pays you, for example, maybe 100,000, 150,000 naira, right, but you don't do it now. You wait for like 6 months time before you do it. It means that you've lost about 600,000
exactly.
or about 750 or 1 million, not taking the decision that you should have taken right now in order to get closer to your success. A business person, I don't think a business person should even think twice to procrastinate, because at the end of the month, they're going to have to pay salary. They're going to have to, every single day they have operational costs. It ensures that you have the right skills and the right things that would actually help you to drive the amount of customers and be able to fulfill your obligation as a business person, right? So you're not doing it right now. You're losing the money that you should be making in your business, right? And I mean, a very good example is this, is that if I can sell 100 products today, or I can sell 100 services today, and I'm only selling 2, and if I attend this course, it gives me the opportunity to be able to sell 100, then you can just calculate the amount of money you're losing. So you're selling 2, let's say, for example, each of those 2 cost you, for every time you sell those 2, you make $200. So you're making $400 when you could easily be making how much? About $40,000, right? Then you know what you're missing out, because if you attend the course, you learn the skills to be able to 10x your revenue, basically to be able to 2x, 3x, 10x your revenue over a period of time.
Well,
so you're not taking it right now, you're actually losing, right? And unfortunately, you might even pay more, right, for delaying not taking the course. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I tell people that, and I advise people that it's better you register. It's even better you register now, because when you register, you get pre-training materials that prepare you ahead of the course, which makes you to get the best, to take the best advantage of the course and to get the best out of the course.
Okay, so there's this area you mentioned, right? That as a master's a student that's on for our master's program, right? You get one-on-one remote support,
yeah.
Right? Remote, right? Yeah, exactly. So now it makes me want to ask you this question. Our training is not location bound, right?
Yeah.
So I would like you to actually explain. So for people outside Lagos and Abuja, how do they actually, take this training, because they want to take the training? Okay,
so we actually have 3 offices. We have one in the US in Wyoming, right? We have one in Lagos and we have one in Abuja, right? And we also have, we currently run physical training in the Lagos office and in the Abuja office in Nigeria, right? And then we have an online platform where we have people from different countries taking the course online. and getting results, right? I mean, in fact, the online platform gives us results on a daily basis, right? And so what we've done is that we've ensured that everybody has one way or the other to benefit from the course. So you can either come to any of our physical location, or you can easily take the course online and get and start to implement what you see online, right? In order to be able to achieve certain level of results.
Okay, so because you mentioned online, right? So it drove me to ask you this question: why should I pick? Or why should I go for the online training? I mean, comparing the physical and the online training. So
to be honest with you, right? I mean, a lot of people prefer the traditional way of learning, right, which is the physical class. But I tell people that the online gives you an additional benefit, the fact that you can watch the video over and over and over again. So
Okay.
if you forget to, let's say you're trying to run an ad some few months after the training, you can easily refer back to the online video and look at, okay, refresh your knowledge and be able to get the steps done properly, right? So online allows you to watch the video over and over again, right? So you also get opportunity also to be able to have the same physical experience in a so online students have the question and answer session,
Okay.
where they learn from each other and things like that. So the same experience you get when people ask questions in class, you get that experience, you learn from everybody's opinions, and everybody will be able to come in, weigh in, and give their own suggestions, right? So you have that in the online that you don't have in the physical class, right? So I think you can throw more light to the online as well.
okay, so personally, right? I mean, one of the reasons why, if you ask me, I would want to go for the online because, right, it gives me it's self-paced,
Yeah.
right? So I might be working. Right? I might be very engaged from Monday down to Friday, and Saturday, of course, I have to give attention to maybe my family or my kids. That's for people who are married, right? So you don't have chance to come for the physical class.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So maybe now going back to the fact that the online class is self-paced, right? You can actually wake up in the middle of the night and take the training when
Yeah.
everywhere is calm and collected.
And a lot of our students do that because from our tracking, our platform where we can see what they're doing,
The
we
activities.
see a lot of that there.
Yeah, so and also even on weekends, right?
Yeah.
That's on Sundays, right? You can so it's self-paced. So personally, I wouldn't want to maybe travel down to let's say for our office in Ikoyi or maybe office in Jabia, right? To take the training. I mean, I can be anywhere to take even when I'm traveling. So some business people, right? They maybe this week they are in Lagos, next week they are in Port Harcourt and the rest, right? But the good thing is that when you're on the online platform,
You can take it anywhere.
Definitely. So right, so let
And before you go ahead, we've also catered for people that want to really want the physical class and want the online class. So in the master plan, in the master program, you actually have access to both the physical class and the online platform.
Okay.
So that's very good for people that are on the fence of, I don't want to take online, I want to take physical class. You can also have the blended of both parties. And then one thing I also must say is that we typically have people from different parts of the world actually come down to Lagos and our Abuja office to take the course. We've had people from neighboring cities, even far countries also come and take the course. Like we had someone from Cotonou at some point that came to come and take the course. Actually 2 people from Cotonou.
All right. So now another area, right, about our training, right,
Yeah.
is that I want to put stress on this, right, because I will notice that most companies, right, most organizations want to send their team, right? They want to send their team to come and take the training, and as a matter of fact, they choose the master's program because it gives you that 1 full year advantage, right?
Yeah.
After your training, you have to go through other rigorous trainings, right,
Yeah.
on a one-on-one basis,
Yeah.
right? So I think it's actually a very good thing for anybody who wants to train their team, right? Just like
Yeah.
you said earlier, right? You might not be the one to actually do these things yourself, run social media ads or Google ads, but you want your team to be able to know this. So after maybe you've acquired the training for yourself, right? You might also want to train your team because definitely they have to also get the results for you.
Okay, I mean for corporate guys, like we have an online platform from them where they can customize their course, right? And they can also track how their team members are taking the course, right? Know when they are taking the course and how their progress level with the course and things like that. So we have a plan for corporate members that they can easily get that access to and then be able to monitor what their staffs are doing. And I think we advise corporate customers, corporate clients to go for the online platform because they have the opportunity to their staff have the opportunity to reward the video over and over again. So you have your digital marketer trying to run an advert for you, then they can easily go back and take the course. And in the corporate plan, you also get access to what the master program gets, right? So basically, you also get access to weekly master classes to keep your team member updated with what is working in the digital marketing industry. You get one-on-one support, right? You get campaign reviews as well, which is very, very useful for corporate complaints and the rest of it. So you have all these things that a corporate what they call it, the things inside the master's program, right? But just that it is restricted to the online platform. Yeah, so you have that. So earlier on, you said something that I forgot to mention. One of the reasons why our course is different also is that it is very, very practical, right? So in every module, you practicalize it in class. It's 90% practical. At the end of the class, you also get assignments that actually ensures that you are not just only able to do it in class, but you're able to do it outside the walls of the institute, right? So you can actually sit at home and be able to do that. So we have assignments, and those assignments are marked, and you get personalized feedbacks. You get to know what you've done right, what you've done wrong, and I think that's one of the things that I think has actually helped our students to actually become successful. The fact that they don't just come and just sit down and learn. They actually can do it themselves. So the sense of fulfillment is also something that is very, very great for anybody. Imagine if you come and you can actually build a website for yourself. You can actually build a landing page. You've been receiving email marketing from people every single day, but now you can send that same email to people also to receive, convert and the rest of it. So the excitement of learning that and being able to do that then is one of the reasons why I think you should make that final decision to be part of the course.
All right. So before we go, right, I also want to ask you these very key questions that we normally get from people, right? Okay. Because we run different courses in our digital marketing program, right? Yeah. So most people actually ask, so can I actually just take a bit of this course, maybe just learn email marketing, or maybe just learn Facebook ads, advertisement, and the rest? So what do you have to tell?
Unfortunately, no, because our course is a system. Everything works together, and for a funnel to work, it works together. And we're not training people to get mediocre results. We're training people to get real good results, right?
Exactly.
And for you to get good results, you have to have an integrated digital marketing plan, right? You cannot just do Instagram without being able to, do retargeting ads, without being able to send emails, without being able to have a landing page where you collect people's information to follow up with them for future purposes. Maybe you have a physical event to invite them for a pop-up event, an exhibition, or just to sell a new, maybe like a seasonal stuff is coming, Valentine is coming, Easter holiday is coming, Christmas holiday is coming, to be able to reach out to people that have bought from you in the past. So you need a full package in order to get the kind of results that you would be proud of, right? And that's the reason why we don't sell our course separately, and that's the reason why we've thought of everything you're going to need, and we've put it together. We've put a support in, we've put resources, we have templates to help you to easily get things done and things like that, so that you get the best result from the course. And so we don't sell it separately. Sorry. Even if you offer us a lot of money, we're not going to sell it separately because we want results for you. Because another thing a lot of people say is that, oh, why don't you do the training at a stretch? Unfortunately, we don't do that because it's not good for you. And any training institute that is doing that for you is just after your money, because it's very, very difficult with the amount of knowledge that you're going to get. It's very, very difficult to put everything in your head in 5 days, in 4 days straight, without having gaps to implement what you've learned. And that's the reason why we've structured the training in such a way that you have periods where you can actually practicalize what you've learned and actually ensure that you are getting the result. And if you don't do it well, like I said, we have coaches that will give you feedbacks and even tell you what you need to do to improve in that result.
Okay, so I agree with everything you said, right? And I have this one question for you, right? So most people right now, everybody, I mean, even myself, if I wasn't a part of digital marketing, I would like to
be part of it,
already, right? So what is the cost of not investing in this course right now?
I mean, the cost of not investing in it is very, very straightforward. If you don't invest in it right now, you'll pay more. Aside from that, the fact that you're actually losing for not investing in it, I explained that earlier on. Every month you don't take the course, what you could have gained, you are losing it, basically. So if I had attended the course and I started affiliate marketing, and I could be earning X amount of money, let's say for example $1,000 on a monthly basis, and I don't attend it up to a year, then I've lost $12,000, right? So every month you don't take the decision, you're actually losing money that you could be making, right? So there's no guarantee to say that you're going to make any particular amount of money, right? But our course is structured in a way that gives you the opportunity to be able to make that money, but we cannot guarantee because we don't know who you are, we don't know the amount of effort you're willing to put into.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're willing to put into it. But what we can tell you is that if you follow our steps, we are sure that you're going to be able to get some certain level of result, and if you implement it, and that's the reason why we even have a refund policy that says that if you attend our course, do our assignment, do everything that we teach you, and you still do not get results, then come back and get your money, and we'll add an extra $100
to it. Okay. All right. There's a question I forgot to ask you. I mean, when we're talking about the online, right? So most people, right, out there, because they've taken some other digital marketing training online, and they didn't really get results for what they paid, right? And when you ask them to come for the online class again, right? That's our online class, right? They say, oh no, I won't be accountable to myself, right? I'm going to abandon the course at some point. I'm going to be bored and all that. So I would like you to can you shed some light on how we keep our students accountable, right? We follow you and make sure that you actually pay attention to them.
I mean, for the online platform, we have different processes of keeping you accountable. The fact that you have a community where you are required to engage on a regular basis, talk about your assignment. Every week we have the group coaching call, right? You also have the opportunity we also send you reminders, right? If you notice, everything on the online is gamified. So basically, if you take the class this month or today and you don't take it for the next 1 week, you get an email reminding you that, oh, don't forget to continue to take the course and things like that. So we have continuous reminder to keep you accountable, to ensure that you are up to date with taking the course. In fact, aside from that, also the course is actually time bound, right? So that also gives you the idea to also want to finish the course on time as well. So we've seen other courses. We've also paid for a lot of other online courses that you pay but you don't take the course at all. But I can tell you with our course, we've seen at least 60 to 70 or even 80% completion rate.
Okay, that's very awesome.
With our online course.
For an online course, all right. And I appreciate, having to detail this thing for people that want to join the training, right?
Yeah.
And I must tell you, everything has been detailed for you, right? So, if you're out there and you're still thinking, almost all your questions have been answered. So, just like you said, right? The cost of not investing in this already, that's investing in yourself or in your business, is that you're actually losing. Right?
Yeah. So basically, the cost of like my colleague is saying, right? My team member is saying is that you are about to make a right decision, and I can tell you for a fact that this is one of the best decisions you're about to make, and making it is something that you're not going to regret if you put in the work to ensure you are intentional, you put in the work, and you're ready to do what it takes to actually be successful in this course. Thank you.
All right.